Good morning. I welcome you all for one more session of chemistry class. So, in the last class, we saw what are carbocations. Right? In the last class, we come across with carbocations. Right? So, in carbocations, I already said there are two words here. So carbon and the cation. So if there is a positive charge onto the carbon, then it is called as a carbocation. So this carbocation is formed by the loss of one electron. That means here the electron scarcity one we can say. In this carbocation, the electrons are less as it requires 4 bond to complete its valency. But in case of carbocation, one we can see there are only three hydrogen atoms are surrounded uh, around this carbon atom. So because of loss, what we got on the carbon is positive charge. And the and again, what we saw in regarding this is these carbocations are classified into again three types. Classification of carbocations: primary carbocation, secondary carbocation, and tertiary carbocation. So primary carbocation based on R group, when we have classified these alkyl groups, carbocations. If one R group is present around the carbon atom, then it is called as primary carbocation. The same way, if there are two, then it will be secondary, and all are like this. I will show you by writing the example. That will be very clear. So alkyl means we already know what are alkyls, right? So alkyls means CH3, C2H5. That means one less hydrogen compared to the alkane groups, and CH3 with positive charge. But here we won't see the quaternary type of carbocations. Why? Because after formation of carbocation, we will lose one bond from the carbocation. So that's why there are only three bonds, and we can introduce only three alkyl groups. So that's why we can restrict our classification of carbocation up to the tertiary only. But in case of carbon, in case of normal carbon, we can extend our classification till quaternary carbon atom, right? So these are the cations, carbons having positive charge on them, and because of the positive charge, they undergo very easily into the reaction, right? So always, that means any element or a compound having a charge on it, they are very very reactive, right? So always they what they need is they need electron to fulfill their octet state, right? To fulfill their valency. Octet state is nothing but fulfilling the valency. Why? Because it is having an incomplete valency, so that's why it is reacting. If in case if it is having a 4 bond, then the valency is almost satisfied and it is stable. It will not prefer for any reaction. Easily. We need to apply some amount of energy to break again, and again we will get the charge on it, and then what happens? It will undergo into the reaction. So this is the case in with carbocations, right? I hope you all understood in the last class. But in the today's class, we will see the second type, that is carbanion. Carbon ions. So again, here also the same process. Cleavage. Whenever again the heterolytic cleavage takes place, then only the carbon ion can also form. But homolytic will not form the carbocation or carbon ion, right? So heterolytic type of cleavage only leads to the formation of ions, right? In the last classes, class of homo and heterolytic type of cleavages, during that class I have explained clearly. So if you want, you can go through that class again and again. So then when you can understand this very easily. So now how car again I will define this first. I mean here also there are two words. I mean sorry, carbon. There is a carbon. See here, from here, anion. Anion means negative charge. There is a carbon. Onto that carbon, there is a negative charge. So now confusions will start. One type of confusion is nothing but how carbon will get both the charges. This is very important. And in organic chemistry, it is possible. Even sometimes Cl will get positive charge in the organic chemistry. It depends on the group, element attached to this. If the more electronegative element attached beside it, then definitely it will get positive charge. Again, here also the same case. During the formation of carbocation, right? I'm again going back. During the formation of carbocation, what I showed, carbon with more electronegative atom. Very important, this point is. So now the compound was like this, if you remember. So carbon is having a direct link with the bromine. If I compare carbon with the bromine, then bromine is more electronegative. So that's why what happened in the last class, all the electrons which are involved in this bond formation, they move towards the bromine. Why? Why? Because there is a more electronegative atom. So now, how this was very simple, and now definitely we will get positive charge around this carbon, and onto the bromine there will be a negative charge. Why? Because these two electrons are moving towards the bromine because of its more electronegativity. So now, how this carbon ion will produce or form, you will see now. See, if we want to produce a carbon ion, then see, with the carbon, there should be a less electronegative. Let us take an example like Z. Z is any compound who is having less electronegative than the carbon, right? So I will define you less electronegative atom than carbon. Very important. You can say this Z as H. Any compound. Any element which is having less electronegative than the carbon, which is very important. And I will complete this valency. Now, this atom, particularly this Z atom, is having less electronegative than what? Carbon. That means now in this particular case, carbon is having more electronegative nature. So if the carbon is having more electronegative nature, whenever the bond breakage takes place between these two, then now very simply these bonded pair of electron will move towards what? More electronegative atom. So in this case, carbon is more electronegative, so that's why these two electrons will move towards the carbon. And now see, after break, Z is separated. And now what type of charge will come on this carbon? or else on this Z. So we will decide now based on the electronegativity. See, before bond breaking, what was the condition? There is a bond with carbon and hydrogen. I mean carbon and zinc. I mean Z atom. Z is nothing but any atom who is having less electronegative than the carbon atom. So that means this atom is having less electronegative character as compared to the carbon. So now whenever the bond breaks in a such a way that these two bonded pair of electron will remain on the carbon. That means that the gainer will be, in this case, the gainer will be a carbon, thus the negative charge will come, and complete loser, that means Z will undergo into the loss. So that's why onto the Z there will be a positive charge, right? So like how the carbon ion can be produced, right? So for the formation of carbocation, what we require is with carbon there must and should be a more electronegative atom, like all X is nothing but fluorine, chlorine, bromine, or iodine, whatever, but that means halogens. So for the formation of carbocation, we require a more electronegative atom than the carbon, right? Very important. To form a carbocation, I repeat, to form a carbocation, what we require is, we require a bond, the carbon bond should be with more electronegative atom. Then what happens? The carbon will undergo into the loss. How the carbon ion will produce? When there is a less electronegative atom than the carbon. If the carbon is having a less electronegative atom like Z, then definitely this carbon will not, when the bond breakage takes place, this carbon will not leave this bonded pair of electron to move with this Z. Why? Because Z is very, I mean, it is not so much strong that it can drag these two electrons, right? So that's why this carbon will retain these bonded pair of electron on itself, and then what happens? Z will undergo into the loss. Like here, carbon will undergo into the loss because of more electronegative than the carbon. Here less electronegative than the carbon. So that's why what happens? Negative charge will form. Now you can define what are carbon ions. Carbon ions are nothing but the carbon with positive charge on, I mean negative charge on it. Then the carbon which carries a negative charge, that those type of carbons are called as carbon ions, right? So I explained how these carbon ions will be formed, right? So you try to watch this video again and again, then you come to know what is. And before starting these concepts, in the last class only I have said you that these are pretty typical. So try to watch this video again and again. So one you can come to know what are these. So this is about carbon ions. That means carbon ion again will be formed by whenever there is a heterolytic type of cleavage takes place in the organic compound. Right? So the last one is free radical. What are free radicals? We will see now. So these free radicals are very important. And these free radicals will form whenever there is a homolytic type of cleavage in the organic compound. So homo means, I have already explained, whenever there is a bond present between the same electronegative atoms. Right? Hetero means that is different, that means two different electronegative characters should be there in between any bond, right? But in case of homolytic type of cleavage, we must and should have any compound you can take. You must and should have the same electronegative character elements. We can say this bond as C, right? Carbon and carbon are having same, same electronegativity. So, but these type of cleavages are called as homolytic cleavage. So, what is in actual the homolytic cleavage? So, homolytic, whenever the homolytic cleavage takes place, then what happens, because of the same electronegativity, both the elements are having same energy. Generally we can say they have same energy, they drag these two electrons in such a way that, right? So I said already, for the formation of bond we require how many electrons? Two electrons, right? So in between any, if there is a single bond, then we require two electrons. If there are double bond present between any two elements, four electrons. If there are three bonds are present in between the any two elements, then we require how many? Six electrons, right? So in same way, now because they are having the same energy, so that's why what happens is, whenever there is a bond breakage takes place with the suitable energy, if we apply, means definitely the bond will break. So this bond will break in such a way that, right, this bond will break in such a way that, because of they are having same energy, one electron will move towards this carbon and other electron will move towards this carbon, right? Chlorine. So resultant to form the compound like this. So this part is very important. Now, because of same electronegative character, what was happening over here is they are taking one electron. So that means these electrons, one we can call unpaired electrons. Very important. Unpaired electrons. So there is a big difference between paired and unpaired electrons. Paired means always in pair. There should be a two. Unpaired means single, like this. If any element or any compound or any group carries unpaired electron on it, then those type of compounds or elements or atoms are called as free radicals. Right? So this free radical will form whenever there is a homolytic type of cleavage takes place between two same electronegative character elements, right? So it will not, that means the free radical will not form, right, in heterolytic type of cleavage. Why? Because there the two atoms are having a different electronegativity like this, right? I shown you. So these two are very different. They are having different character of electronegativity. Carbon and bromine and carbon and sheldon, right? So now these to get a free radical, what we require homolytic type of cleavage. Homolytic type of cleavage means the two atoms with the same electronegativity or same atom should be there in between any bond, any single bond or double bond or whatever it may be. So those type of this type of unpaired electron carrying character is called as free radicals, right? So on this carbon also one we can show unpaired electron like this. So these are very simple, but we must and should know what are homolytic and heterolytic type of cleavage. If you know what is homolytic and heterolytic type of cleavage, then this part is very easy, right? So that's why basics are very important to understand the next part, right? So that's why basics are very important. So again here there are two electrons. So now there is a bond between carbon and carbon. Carbon and carbon means same elements. Same element means, right, same energy. Same energy means among these two electrons, one carbon will take one electron and other carbon will take other electron, right? Like this. So now CH3 unpaired electron on it, I mean dot you can say, and one more CH3 with unpaired electrons. So such species are called as simply a free radicals, right? So what happens if a free radical mm, produced in our body, right? So you might have heard the disease called cancer, right? So these free radicals are very dangerous. If they produced in our body, then the unstoppable growth of cells takes place. That means once they produced in our body, these free radicals, then definitely we cannot stop the growth of these. Right? That much speed reaction takes place in case of free radical. Why that much speed will take place means because of this unpaired electron. This unpaired electron is the main character to go very fastly into the reaction. Why? Because a single electron always it want to react with one more electron to be in its stable state, right? So that's why these free radicals are very dangerous if they produced in our body, right? So in this, we have completed one more session, complete session of carbocation, carbanion, and the free radicals. So cation means simply you go through the title, right? The title only explains everything about that particular concept, right? So titles are very important in case of organic chemistry. So carbocation means carbon with positive charge, carbanion means carbon with negative charge. How carbocation will form? Carbocation will form when there is a bond between carbon and more electronegative carbon with more electronegative atom. That is also a hydrolytic type of cleavage. During carbanion also the same thing, but the condition is hydrolytic. There should be hydrolytic. Carbanion also should have hydrolytic type of cleavage only. Cleavage. But here less electronegative characters should be there with the carbon. That means in one case you keep carbon as less electronegative to get carbocation, and to get carbanion you attack the carbon with less electronegative. So then definitely one we can get both these carbocation and the carbanion. And finally the free radical. Free radical will form with very different type of cleavage, that is homolytic cleavage. So now homolytic cleavage means I have already explained with the same character of electronegative negative, they can produce the radicals called as free radicals, right? So this is all about today's class, dear students. So in the next class, we will be having a class of isomerisms, right? So that is also one of unique character of carbon, we can say, right?